Et une petite fille me demande si elle peut me coiffer. Je la laisse me faire un super shampoing. Notice the word for shampoo in French is shampoing. Avant de me rendre compte que le fameux shampoing, c'est de la colle. J'ai une réunion dans 30 minutes. Aujourd'hui, je suis maîtresse d'école maternelle. So I'm a school, a primary school maternity. We use different words between whether in America, Australia, or England, but basically, école maternelle is the youngest school that you go to after crèche or kindergarten. Okay. And notice in the grammar, we don't say je suis une maîtresse, we say je suis maîtresse. Yes, I'm a teacher, je suis professeur. He's a lawyer, il est avocat. We don't use a with je suis with the verb to be. I mean as in we don't use the article a. You don't say I am a teacher in French, you say I am teacher. Okay? Unless, incidentally, you say he's a teacher, where you'd say c'est un professeur. And that is different. And again, there will be a video. This is good. It's referring to all the videos. There's a video underneath, which is the difference of using il est versus c'est. Yeah, so if you said he's a lawyer, il est avocat versus c'est un avocat, because il est prefers an adjective and c'est prefers a noun. Okay, and I will give you the video on that. C'est de la colle. So, aujourd'hui, je suis maîtresse d'école maternelle. Une petite fille me demande si elle peut me coiffer. Je la laisse me faire un super shampoing avant de me rendre compte que le fameux shampoing, c'est de la colle. J'ai une réunion dans 30 minutes. Today, I'm a primary school teacher, yeah? And a little girl asks me if she can do my hair. Se coiffer is anything to do with someone's hair, yeah? Coiffure, yeah? Your coiffure is how you have your hair. The coiffeur or coiffeuse is the person that cuts your hair. And the verb is se coiffer. So I did my hair, je me suis coiffé. Does it look like I did my hair today? Je la laisse me faire un super shampoing. So I let her give me do for me a super shampoo. Yeah. Avant de, now that's the sister expression of après avoir, so before realizing, avant de me rendre compte, yeah, se rendre compte, render yourself count in French is how you say realize. So before realizing that the famous shampoo, it's glue. Notice that when we say it's glue, because in this sentence we're speaking generally, we're not saying it's, so in this sentence, because in this sentence when we're saying, so if you see the word some in French, it doesn't always mean that you're going to need to translate some into the English. It might just mean it's glue. Okay? And that is explained on the video of day versus lay. Yeah, that is explained on the day versus lay video. Okay? So glue is very useful. You know, la colle, c'est utile. I need to buy some glue. Il faut que j'achète de la colle. But if you're sort of saying, oh, there's glue on your coat, you're not speaking generally about glue. So il y a de la colle. You're not going to say il y a la colle. That would be the glue that Luke gave you or something, okay? Which makes me sound like a glue sniffer vendor, which is not the case. Aujourd'hui, ma fille de 4 ans a pris le dé. We've been talking recently about how you need to pay attention when you see verbs in French when they are DE acute versus DE. Yeah, one is, both are common, but they'll, you know, particularly as prefixes. So le désodorisant, des WC est allé parfumer les fleurs dans le jardin car, je cite, elles ne sentaient pas bon. So today my 4-year-old daughter took the deodorant from the toilets and went to perfume the flowers in the garden because, and I quote, so cite is to quote like a citation, they didn't smell good. So this brings into question, when you say, so you're not always going to translate the imperfect as was. Yeah, you're not always going to translate the imperfect as was. Sometimes you're going to translate it as they smelt. Sometimes it'll be a used to. Sometimes it will be a was, were, used to. Sometimes it'll be a single verb, and other times, so was, were, used to, and single verb. So I think I'm going to do a video on the different ways you can translate back into into English from French. So, elles ne sentaient pas bon. They didn't smell very good. That would also mean in French they didn't used to smell very good, or they weren't smelling very good, but those aren't the situations. That's not what we translate it as, is it? Good. Aujourd'hui, je décide de sortir un peu de ma chambre, chose très rare en dehors des cours. Je prends un grand bol d'air frais et je lève la tête, un pigeon m'a chié dessus. Aujourd'hui, je décide de sortir un peu de ma chambre, chose très rare en dehors des cours. Je prends un grand bol d'air frais et je lève la tête, un pigeon m'a chié dessus. Today, I decide to go out a bit from my room. A very rare thing outside of classes. I take a big inhalation of air, fresh air, and I lift up the head, je lève la tête. You can also say je me lève la tête. Un pigeon m'a chié dessus. A pigeon has shat on me. Yeah, chier is the verb to shit. Dessus, on top of. Okay. Not to be confused with dessous, which is underneath. Dessus, dessous. Aujourd'hui, mon chéri me câline pendant son sommeil. Je trouvais cela mignon jusqu'à ce qu'ils disent viens sur moi, Chloé. Moi, je m'appelle Valentine. So, today, my darling is hugging me. So, un câlin is a hug. Câline, notice the pronunciation. You add an E to an N and it pushes the N, the vowel before the N higher. So, I'm going to add the use of, I'm going to add the verb list where we talk about the pronunciation rules, the reading rules. Yeah, with N. So fin, F-I-N, fine, F-I-N-E. That's a useful video for you to have. So, today my boyfriend is hugging me during his sleep. Notice pendant will be pendant, but if you said during someone else doing something, so whilst, that would be pendant que, right? Je trouvais cela mignon. I found, yeah, rather than I was founding or I used to find. So that's just basically repeating the fact that it's suggesting the fact that it was an ongoing found. So je trouvais cela mignon jusqu'à ce que. So notice cela is just a nicer, more elegant way of writing ça. Yeah, so that can either be the object of a sentence or the subject of a sentence. So that annoys me, ça m'énerve or cela m'énerve. Yeah, and that's good for those of you doing exams, high school exams, because it's nicer to use cela in a more formal way of writing. Jusqu'à ce que, we are going to love that word because we've talked about it before. When you have jusqu'à ce que, it will be followed by the subjunctive. So that is a really, really, really important video. Let me write that one down. Good. I like this method of using the translation to suggest videos to you. At least it lets you know that they're relevant. So jusqu'à ce qu'il dise, notice the subjunctive. So until he says, you know, come on top of me, Chloe. My name is Valentina. Okay. Aujourd'hui, what's this one? Aujourd'hui, je secoue mes clés au-dessus d'une bouche d'égout et il fait semblant de les faire tomber pour faire rire ma sœur. Elles sont vraiment tombées. So secouer is to shake. Yeah, shake it. Mes clés, my keys. There's two spelling in French. There's C-L-E acute for a key, or C-L-E-F, like a treble clef in music. Au-dessus, we had dessus earlier, so on top of the mouth of a sewer. Yeah, so like an open manhole style thing. A fait semblant, very important verb in French. It's a compound, it's made up of two verbs. Is the verb to pretend. So faire semblant de. Yes, I'm pretending to be a teacher. Trust me, I'm not pretending. Je fais semblant de. Yes, je fais semblant d'être. So and pretend to let them fall, de les faire tomber, or make them fall, to make my sister laugh, pour faire rire. Yeah, in order to make laugh my sister. So we've got the use of the verb faire in different ways there. So faire semblant, to do seeming, in other words, to pretend. Faire tomber, to make them fall, drop them on purpose. Elles sont vraiment tombées. They really fell. And notice, those of you that are going to be writing for exams, tombe here has got an E acute and another E acute and an S because they are feminine keys. All right. Aujourd'hui, je sors de chez le médecin. J'ai une double tendinite poignet et pouce à la main gauche. De nouveau, maman depuis 6 mois. Pour ne plus avoir mal, il faut que j'arrête de porter mon bébé. Aujourd'hui, je sors de chez les médecins, j'ai une double tendinite poignet. I drove back from Wales yesterday. My eyes are really, really dying. So, aujourd'hui, je sors de chez les médecins, j'ai une double tendinite poignet pouce à la main gauche. De nouveau, maman depuis 6 mois. Pour ne plus avoir mal, il faut que j'arrête de porter mon bébé. Great. Lovely. Those of you that ever want to come on a mountaintop language retreat, by all means email me, logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com. It's something I do quite a lot. I will walk you over national parks and beauty, looking at the sea and the estuary and the hills, and you will learn lots of French. So, I come out of the doctors, yeah, chez le médecin, and that's just an expression that we've kept in French, because often the doctors now means the doctor's office. It doesn't mean the doctor's house, but you know. I've got a double tendonitis, wrist and thumb, on the left hand. Notice we're not saying my left hand, we're saying the left hand, because in French we don't like to use the word possessives with body parts. Newly a mother, so de nouveau, a mom for 6 months. So depuis, because when it's something that you have been doing in the present tense, you will then use depuis a lot of the time, or pendant, but depuis or pendant, not pour. Pour ne plus avoir mal, in order to no longer have any pain, il faut que j'arrête de porter mon bébé. I need to stop carrying my baby. Okay. Let's do a couple more. Scroll down. Aujourd'hui, moment très intime avec mon chéri. C'est aussi le moment où mon chat a trouvé un nouveau jouet pour s'occuper, pour les testicules de mon copain. Today, a very intimate moment with my boyfriend. It's also the moment where my cat found a new toy to play with, to occupy himself with. My boyfriend's testicles. I think that will do. Aujourd'hui, je rencontre à la famille de mon copain et suis la première qui leur présente. Sa petite cousine nous demande si nous sommes amoureux. Mon copain lui répond que oui, ce qui suscite alors sa curiosité parce qu'elle ne comprend pas qui était la fille de la dernière fois. Today I meet my boyfriend's family, and I'm the first that he presents to them. His little cousin asks us if we're in love. My boyfriend says yes, which incites her curiosity, seeing as she doesn't understand. Who was the girl from last time? Aujourd'hui, j'envoie au tableau un de mes élèves, ambiance détendue, il raconte une blague que je trouve très drôle. Plié en deux, je veux m'accrocher à son épaule, j'ai mis ma main dans sa bouche. Today I have one of my students come up to the board, the chalkboard, the drawing board, the blackboard, whatever you call it. Ambiance détendue, relaxed atmosphere. Il raconte une blague que je trouve très drôle. He tells a joke that I find very funny. Plié en deux, it's a bent double, so bent into two. I think to bend is plié, so that's the word you use in ballet, to bend your knees, plié, and also pliers, yeah. Je veux m'accrocher à son épaule. I want to hang off his shoulder. So very relaxed because she's touching her students. J'ai mis ma main dans sa bouche. I put my hand in his mouth. Okay? Good. Now notice that we're using possessives there because it's my hand and his mouth. So we sort of need it to differentiate between whose body parts. Okay? Because it would just be a bit awkward in French otherwise. Yeah? Good. Very well done. Let me know if this is useful to you and I will keep them going. See you guys soon and see you in the live chats on Sunday.